Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank, and we're here in Las Vegas, the Planet Hollywood, actually an event called Freedom Fest, and I have with me a special guest, Jenny Rodriguez. She's with a company called Ivoreez, and we're also going to be doing Pitch Tank tomorrow and Saturday. So today is the beginning of a long journey for you, Jenny, and thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
All right, good. So tell me about Ivoreez.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Ivoreez is really a music system, and this is a cross between Guitar Hero and Chord Buddy.
Okay.
So this is making music instantly in 60 seconds. I know,
Right.
unbelievable, but it's a color, our secret sauce is the color method. So they match
Okay.
colors
Okay.
on your instrument, these decals that match with the colored lyrics. So the sheet music, both of them.
Okay.
My invention is making people turn into musicians overnight.
Wow. So could you use the phrase "learn how to play the guitar overnight," or is it for guitars and pianos, or what products? What music products?
So, we started with the piano because that was the hardest to simplify. And so with that, we're extending to other instruments, the Rock Band experience.
Okay.
Overall, it's the concept of not learning. So we're flipping that paradigm. We're not learning, we're going straight into playing. So they're
Right into playing. Okay.
Yes, no learning.
So, but you can do guitars?
Yes. So
Okay.
Guitar, bass, drums, piano, and then.
Oh, wow. Drums too. Piano. Wow.
Yeah.
So now, you created this?
Yes,
Yeah?
I did.
It's
I'm a
your-
music teacher,
Okay.
a vocalist and a musician. And so in the past 20 years, my students would say, I don't want to do scales. I don't want to learn this kind of music. It's frustrating. It's
Right.
boring. So I wanted to customize an experience for the songs that they like, which is for these young children, it's, pop music.
Right.
And I want it in a simple way, and it has to be fast, and it has to be fun and accessible. So it's on a digital database. And
for a singer too?
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because they hear these songs, and
Okay.
these are artists who are singing, and
Right.
they want a company, so they don't want just a solo experience. They want a group. It's a social experience.
Right, right. Well, so my son's a rapper. Okay,
Oh.
so I don't know. They move too a little fast, don't they?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
would it help with somebody like that,
Absolutely.
or
Because
really?
these kids, electronic music, DJ
Right.
music, hip hop, all of this, it's all collaborating together in some form or fashion. And to
Okay.
be able to have this without learning and just being able to do
Yeah.
it.
So it's following the colors.
Exactly.
So it's sort of like a paint by numbers almost kind of thing
Exactly.
for
So the idea
yeah.
was Guitar Hero, and
Right.
Guitar Hero, my kids would be playing for 3 hours, pushing buttons,
Right.
and then from there they'd walk away with no musical skill.
Right, right.
And as a teacher, I wanted them to know something, so I thought if I could replace that gaming console that looks like a guitar,
Right.
put it in the hands of a real instrument,
I gotcha.
get to play, and then but wait, there's more.
Right,
It goes
right.
from that gaming experience,
Okay.
to moving on to an actual amplifier or sound
Okay,
system
right.
and playing live. You can actually play.
Okay. And so it's having fun, but you're learning while you're having fun. And you said something that was very interesting. It's almost like there's no practice. You just go right to execution of learning of playing instantly,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. That's where my IP is. It's that concept of simplifying it through color.
Okay.
So they really look color match playing.
So it's not even learn how to play the piano overnight. It's learn how to play the piano instantly.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's funny because when the guy that came out with the 6-second abs way back, somebody called me and said, I got a much better idea. 3-second abs, right? So it's like, it's like, okay, yeah, I got it, right? But this is, literally, 6 seconds to learn how to play the guitar.
Yep.
I mean, so that's pretty cool. Now, tell me, where you are business-wise, though, because it's, you got to get the market out there. And are you having luck on the business side of what you're doing?
We've made some revisions because I'm not the greatest music teacher because I'm allowing them this shortcut.
Okay.
So, the hope is to actually bring interest to the music education, and with this concept they can do both go into music education if that's what they like, or continue to game on an elevated level.
Okay.
You're actually playing.
Gotcha.
So we're at phase one. We're finished with that side. We've mastered the hardest, and that was the piano, because that has not been touched. And now we're bridging into that second phase where we're including all of the rock band instruments, the bass guitar, the piano, the drums, and the singer. So we're doing that in a gamification style. So we're really looking for that partnership with, Activision or any of the gaming consoles to have that adapter. And this is, again, a partnership with musical instruments that go into gaming, so they serve these dual purpose.
Okay.
So that's our step.
So do you have any traction yet with any manufacturers yet?
No.
Okay.
Right now, we've noticed that these instruments are already in the hands of these children. They're just not using them, and so right now we're doing an eco-friendly, more decals on these instruments. And this second iteration is going to be with the instruments.
So you can retrofit an existing product. So if you have a guitar, you can buy this, retrofit it, or what you want to do though is line up with the manufacturers almost on a license basis, right?
Yes,
right.
That's exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about licensing on Shark Tank. So, that's always, Robert Herjavec and O'Leary, they love, well, we all love licensing, but that's one of the big things that they talk about. So, so how do you're a music teacher, you go to all these shows, the trade shows, right? Yeah. Have you knocked on any of the big doors? Have you,
Yeah, it's hard to penetrate those big doors. In fact, our whole industry is now becoming digital. So right now, even Hal Leonard, that's our biggest music print publisher, is going through their growing pains because they're all becoming digital. In this industry, they're a hard copy. They want this. So we're in this growth spurt. Now we're aligned to these markets. So we're meeting it where it is. And there's a lot of the education side, the STEAM, and then, of course, gamification. So
how about the music retailers? Can you go in and put, there's a retrofit kit that you could sell, correct? Do you do that yet?
Not yet, but that's a part of that. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is, you also, there's a magical transformation with this product, right? What I love about a product like this is you can take somebody like me that can't play any instrument, right? So, and literally teach me how to do it right away. So that, how to learn how to become the life of the party real quick, right? So, but it's there for somebody that really wants to learn quickly, this works. So maybe even hosting, little sessions inside some of these big retail music stores are big places, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing, like an event inside a store like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's getting that, and it comes from all different directions. It could be from people who have quit, or people who are changing from other instruments, and even on a larger scale, anything from webinars to, any of those social.
Okay. Because, look, as an entrepreneur, you're the entrepreneur, I'm the investor, right? I'm an entrepreneur too, but we're talking about, okay, how do we take this to the next step? I want to see proof of concept, right? And so proof of concept means show me that you've taken the product, you put it out into stores, people are buying it, it's working, or you have a license and we can expand it. So I like to put good money in on top of something good, So, you may need to take this just a few more steps before you're going to have people writing the big checks. But I just got to ask, do you have any sales at this point, or is this complete startup?
No, we have some sales. They're still meager, but yes, we're growing.
Okay, all right. So you're up and running, but you now need some traction. Okay, so you live in San Diego. Can you go into the market of San Diego and try to get like a little bit of penetration, maybe raise the profile of your business by getting some publicity and of course, you're a teacher, so you have some credibility in the marketplace, but how about, do you know anybody that's got a little fame in the music business there, someone that plays guitar that might, do you have any endorsements at all from any music people?
No, that is something that we're really looking for, even across from someone who's proficient in, let's say, guitar that wants to come into that market.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that would be a big push. But, all local, smaller time.
Elton John's performing here in Las Vegas right now, so
really?
Hey, that would be pretty good, right?
There's the Ivoreez.
Yeah, how about it, right? So if I knew Elton, I'd make the introduction. But I do know some guitar guys, by the way. Maybe, I go back with a couple of the boys, from many years way back to, I'm an oldies kind of guy, but, let me go back to my Rolodex. But, this is what you're here at Freedom Fest to find out about. So we're running out of time, so I'm going to just tell everyone that's listening out there, also our fans on Facebook Live today, you are getting started. You've got some sales. You've got a cool product. It's a retrofit or license opportunity. You're here at Pitch Tank and Freedom Fest. Jenny Rodriguez with Ivoreez, and I forgot to tell you, I think the name is really cool. So thanks for being with us here, and good luck. You're going to be pitching tomorrow, and we got thousands of people coming to the Pitch Tank on Saturday. So congratulations, though, on coming up with a pretty cool invention here. So thanks for being with us today. Thanks for watching.